Hi. My name is... Hello everyone, welcome to the channel, the best channel yet. Yes, my name is Joycey and this is Evolve with Joycey. On this channel, we talk about everything that makes us better versions of ourselves. If that sounds like anything you'd be interested in, please consider subscribing to the channel and hit that notification bell so that whenever we post a video, you will be notified. Now, today or this week, we're talking about how to evolve and to become a better version of yourself. Now, before I give out the 5 points that I wrote down for us to discuss, let's talk about what it means to evolve. I looked through the dictionary and obviously there were quite a number of definitions, but what stuck with me and what I relate to in relation to what we're talking about today is that to evolve is a process of change in a certain direction. So it's a process. Obviously it does not happen overnight, and it also involves change, right? But then it is toward a particular or a certain direction. That is what we're talking about, which leads me to my very first point. Have a conversation with yourself. I think that most of us do not do that often, but it is a very, very important thing to do. So have a conversation with yourself. Do you really want to evolve? Do you really want to change? Do you really want to become a better version of yourself? Or are you content with where you are now? Believe it or leave it, not everyone wants to change, because change is not a very comfortable thing. So not everyone wants to change. So I think that you should have an honest conversation with yourself and ask yourself if you really want to change, if you really want to evolve, if you really aren't happy with where you are now, and then we can move forward. Now, you have to ask certain questions like, this change is going to be uncomfortable. Do I still want it? This change is going to cost me people who have probably been in my life for so long. Do I still want to change? And if your answers to these questions are positive, then you know that you are ready to evolve and to become a better version, of course, of yourself. And mind you, we're not comparing ourselves to other people, but our old selves, right? That is why it is toward the better version of yourself and not another person, which takes me to my second point, and that is to write down the areas in which you want to evolve, right? And like I said, this channel will be how do you call that? We'll be referencing a lot of authors and books, right? And so today we are referencing Habbakuk 2 verse 2. Habbakuk is a book in the Holy Bible. So Habbakuk 2 verse 2 says that write down the vision and make it plain, that he may run that seeth it, right? That's obviously a paraphrased one, but basically write down what exactly you want to become. Remember our definition, a certain direction, right? A certain point. So write it down, be specific about it, and make it plain. Basically make it visible to yourself so that once you see it, you run with it. My third point is get a mentor. Get a mentor, please. Now, I know that a lot of people have their own reservations about this whole mentorship thing, but trust me, it has worked for me. That is why I am recommending it for us all. And I don't mean virtual internet mentorship, please. And that is not to say I'm ruling that out, but what worked for me is physical, hands-on mentorship. I obviously have not arrived ultimately at where I want to be, but I have become better, and I can attribute 85% of that progress, to the fact that I was into mentorship. I had a mentor. I have a mentor. I have mentors. And I think that my very, very first mentor, Mr. Tamaklu, God bless you so much. I don't know why I'm mentioning him in this video, but God bless you so much if you ever see this video. Why I think mentorship is good for you is that it exposes you to your own talents. There are certain things you may be gifted with, but it will take a mentor to say that, hey, I think you can do this, and you will do it. I didn't think I would be able to talk to people, a lot of people. When I say a lot of people, I mean 10 or 5 people, right? I didn't think I was confident enough to do that. But my mentor was the first person to send me to people and say that, you know what, talk to these people about this. And then my confidence was built. And then my public speaking was also built. So mentorship, I believe, will do you a good job. Now, if you have any reservations about mentorship, or you have a personal bad experience with mentorship, please leave it down in the comments, right? And now to my 4th point: read books. Read. Look, I'm not saying this to mean that I've read every book I want to read in this life. Trust me, there are so many books I have to read, but I read. And at a point I was struggling, and I told my father in the Lord that I was struggling to read my Bible, and he said I was struggling to read books, and he says that then read your Bible. How is your Bible reading going? So I will recommend 2 types of books for you to read. One is the Bible. Starts with your Bible, okay? And don't come for me. But start with your Bible and continue with self-help books. Maybe I'll do a separate video about all my favorite authors, but start with your Bible. Read. Reading opens your perspective. No, rather broadens, right? Broadens your perspective, and it also is a good exercise for your brain. It is a good exercise for your brain. It also exposes you to other cultures, you know, and helps you become better. So if you read that this particular people do things this way, when you find yourself there, you know how to behave, right? Now to my 5th and final point. Like I said earlier, this is not all, but these are things that I have applied and is working for me. My 5th point is choose your friends, or choose your circle of friends. Now I wrote change your circle of friends, but I crossed it out after I thought it through, and I replaced the change with choose, right? Because you cannot overnight wake up and say that, hey, I'm changing all my friends, right? Because who said that? Jim Rohn, right? Jim Rohn said you are an average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So obviously it is also another topic and a whole process on its own, right? So you cannot wake up and say that, hey, I've changed all my friends. People want to be friends with people who are better than them. So the question is, if you're leaving these set of friends to move to other people, are you worthy to become their friend? And I don't mean this in a bad way. I only mean that it is gradual. So as you change, as you read books, as you get a mentor, as you have these conversations with yourselves, as you do all these things and you gradually are changing, old friends will fall off, unfortunately, and then you will come to a place where you can have certain kinds of friends that are good for your general well-being, right? So let's continue the conversation in the comments. If you have any points as to how we can be better versions of ourselves, please do not hesitate to post it in the comments. If you disagree with any point or you didn't understand something clearly, please leave a comment, obviously, and let's continue the conversation. Thank you so much for watching today's video, this week's video actually. I will come your way with other videos and obviously continuations. If you want another 5 points, I obviously will make that video for us all. Remember that this channel's goal is to help you become a better version of yourself. As always, love. I love you so much. And again, my name is Joycey, and this is the best channel yet, Evolve with Joycey. Bye.